All right, buddy.
All right, and we are live, everyone. Welcome back to Into the Fear. I am your host, Chainsaw Sammy, and this is the Hell Yeah, It Is Halloween, part 1 of 3. Everyone, welcome. Alan and Shannon, welcome back. PJ, welcome. And Chuck and Stephanie, welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Hey, good to see you, Sammy.
Howdy.
Good to see you guys.
Awesome to be here.
I mean, yes. So it's audition season, guys. I know you guys have all been busy. Alan and Shannon, you just got back from auditions today. PJ, Chuck, Steph, I bet you guys also are in the middle of your busiest time to get the actors and staff ready for season to kick off.
We had 60 auditionees yesterday, and we did 40 today.
Wow.
Well, no, it was 50 today. So 47 today and 60 yesterday. So that was good. It's always awesome to be at the haunt because we go there every day, you know. So you kind of get used to it. But having all the new people and the young people, and they put their energy into it, it's really awesome to watch new life get breathed.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys have a lot of returning people this year, or is it all new people? Oh boy, I think we had a mic cut out. Let's see.
Country internet.
I know. I love that country internet. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so while I'm trying to get their mics fixed, PJ, how about you? How's everything been going out there at Fright Farm?
It's hectic. Always is. We do a pretty big rebuild every year, so we're kind of in the middle of that.
Sammy, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you guys now. Yep, the good old country internet. You gotta love it. But yeah, no, good hearing you guys back.
Good to see you.
So what's the plans for this season with all the new staff and the others come back?
It's the same thing we do every night, Pinky. We try to take over the world. It's
Yes.
You know, we get ready for the 40,000 guests, and we put on an amazing show. This year, I really feel like I've been able to focus on the Dark Hour show more than I have in the past couple years. I'm a little more. We only bought the haunt like 3 years ago, so we're both a little more home centric, a little more looking inward to the show. Whereas previously, it's been a lot of focus on vending, a lot of focus on, the other industry-wide things that we do. But just being able to focus on the show has been pretty remarkable. And I can't wait to see the new actors and our old actors just breathe life into the sets and things. I was saying earlier that it's full of my ideas, but I can't wait to see their ideas kind of wash over it.
Yes, their ideas to take flight and come into center stage. So let's look at some photo stuff of some of your actors and in costume. So I know you guys are building new sets and stuff this year. Can you give us a little bit of like a sneak peek or insight of what's going on?
Yeah, so for about 6 or 7 years, we've had Victoria Frankenstein as one of our witches. And she got a upgraded area that has nothing to do with this picture, but she has an upgraded area where she's kind of making golems. That's from the Wayback Machine.
Wow,
yeah.
Sammy, where'd you dig that up?
She digging.
The internet.
We've also this year, every year, instead of what's new or what's the theme this year, we focus on a different witch. And the witch that we're focusing on this year is our Wendigo witch for marketing and social media and for our our advertising push. So we have 2 new sets in the Wendigo witch area. That's our Nightmare witch. She got a whole new area in her part of the haunt. The haunt is broken up into 14 different areas, one for each of the 13 witches and one for the coven in general. So there's the Three Sisters.
Awesome.
They actually got a new set this year too. We did a
Yeah.
lot. We did a lot in the show this year.
Yeah, that's why I was like, could you give us some insight? Because Rue's been sending me like some sneak peeks, but he's like, I can't tell everything. I can't show you everything. And I'm like, dude, stop. I'm so excited to like see it in action.
Yeah, so they actually got a Poison Props had a nice animatronic that I really liked. And I like animatronics that sprinkle in and kind of tell the story, and I'm able to and then I'd be able to change up the way that it looks. I don't like anything off the shelf. I want to make it our own. And the Three Sisters here, the Three Blind Witches, that's one of our 13 witches. So they have a whole new area kind of based around that animatronic that it's in, and it's a real fun space. Awesome.
So excited.
And that is the gnome about to hit you with a hammer. Some things just need no explanation. Angry gnome.
No. The Wendigo and the Frankenstein are my two favorite scenes out there at Dark Hour.
Yeah.
Well, I really think you'll like the new Frankenstein scene. We have what we call the tube room. It's almost like in Star Wars where people heal in the big Bacta tanks of big round tubes of liquid. We've got a room with a bunch of those big giant tubes in it with creatures inside. And it was a joy to cut one of those apart and get an actor be able to fit in there. It's really fun stuff.
Heck yeah.
And that's a spooky guy. That's actually Robert, who is out in media. That's Artist Gulio if you're on Instagram.
So Ryan is asking a question at the bottom.
And yeah, let me pull up the comments here. All right, we got Ryan Visicard in the house. We also got Alex. We got Justin from Woods of Terror. How you guys all doing? All right, so Ryan wants to know so far from the season, but has favorite projects so far, Alan?
So I normally shy away from gore. I'm not a huge gore guy, but because it's the Wendigo witch and she's kind of one of the spirits of cannibalism and whatnot, we did a new fort scene. And once you go into the fort, just like in the first Predator movie, there's a bunch of skinned bodies hanging up by their ankles, and all their heads are cut off, and they're all fountains. So they're draining blood into a tub underneath of them, and it just recirculates the blood, so they're constantly draining. It's a lot of fun. And that was a sculpt that Rue and I got to knock out together. I don't get to spend as much time in the shop as I want, so it's always fun when we get to knock out something together. We got to work on that sculpture, and then a week later, you see 3 skinned hanging bodies in the set. And it's just cool to know that, no one else has that, and it's going to be a little bit over the top.
I love it. See, I'm the opposite. I love the gory. That's just me. I like to be covered in blood. It's not a fetish. Or it might be. It's a haunter thing.
So in the 90s, when I was haunting, I owned a haunted house that was in a strip mall. And I had an actor who loved to cover himself in fake blood.
Yeah.
All these.
Oh, we're losing you again. My goodness, the country internet.
Phone hooked up to the computer.
We got you.
Got me now?
We got you.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Great.
It's
So-
okay. We all understand.
He would cover himself in blood and then run around through the haunted house and go through the curtains. And then at that point in time, the white fringe suede Axl Rose jackets were in style. I bought 3 of those that year for customers who walked through and their white suede coat became pink. And I've kind of shied away from liquid blood ever since then because it was a financial tragedy for me to have to buy new coats for people.
So Ryan says, I believe you're going to be doing a making bodies over at Woods of Terror.
I
They're
never
taking a
know.
class.
I never know what Eddie is going to have me doing when I show up. I show up and Eddie is an exacting taskmaster over there. He's like, okay, you get off the plane at 8 in the morning. At 8:06, I've got you doing this on this thing, and you're going to do that until 1 a.m. and then you get a break. Yes, that's how it goes.
There are training weekends, and then there's Woods of Terror.
Oh, it is not for sissies.
Yes.
You will squeeze every moment. Am I doing a class? I probably am, but I don't know yet.
So we don't. When we have people who want to come and train with us, if we want to learn how to act or train, great. You should come. We're going to take you with us to Woods of Terror, and if you can make the Woods of Terror weekend and still be standing, great.
But I know what Ryan's talking about.
Yeah.
He was talking about the silicone class that we were doing for some folks from Woods of Terror came to our shop and did a class on making silicone props and parts and things. We do classes all the time. So that was a little custom class that they did.
We did like a little mini private Woods of Terror silicone monster camp. And it was a lot of fun because it was private. It was just for them. And we condensed everything into 2 days. So it was a big push, but they did a great job. And it was really cool to go back in the shop and there's my Woods of Terror friends. What are y'all doing here? And every time I saw them, I was super, super excited. And Naomi Heckman from Chocolate Treasures also came to that silicone monster camp and was learning.
I've seen that.
Yeah. She's amazing. And she's making, what are you here for, Naomi? And she's making silicone molds for her chocolate, which I'm like, that's pretty cool. So it was a great time.
Oh yeah, that's going to cut her back so much time, and she can make more and more stuff.
Yeah. And
if you can, people that work with pastries in general, so everything from chocolate to cakes, they're amazing crafts when they really go far. The stuff that they can do is incredible.
And
like, I work with latex and silicone, and they outdo me, and they just work with pastries. And I'm like, I'm in the wrong job field.
You have to appreciate the fact that she wanted to come to Texas in July, and she wanted to learn how to make original things for her craft. And you know, she could get on the internet and just buy the molds, but instead she wants to learn how to make her own. And I think that's an incredible to have. She did a great job.
Oh yeah, and now she has original stuff, and not just everybody else has. Now she has something that is hers. It's her design, came from her own bare hands. It's so much better when you make it yourself. But sometimes I buy stuff too, so I can't say anything. I buy stuff too. I spend my money at Transworld and all those, but I do like to make my own stuff too because it just makes me feel like I've worked really hard for this.
Yeah.
So speaking of Monster Camp, I got some photos here. So these were like all recent photos.
37th camp.
Holy crap. It's
37.
already almost on 40 already. Holy crap. Time is flying.
I don't believe it. We started that in 2018. And we did it because so many people contact Alan and said, can I just sit in the class with you? Can I just sit in your shop with you and watch you? And I said, let's just do a class and see if anybody comes. And that was 2018. And that was the first one we did. And we never dreamt we would still be doing it, but it's still going. I'm putting the 2026 curriculum together right now. So we can get started.
It's coming and learning how to make your own things. There's several facets to what we do in haunting. One of them is materials knowledge and knowing how to do all of the things. But as soon as everybody knows how to do it, all that separates us is our ideas. And I don't want to not see someone's haunted house idea just because they don't know how. So I just try to make sure that the how is never the problem and they can get their ideas out and across so I can see cool new stuff.
Look at the amazing job the whole team did afterwards. I mean, those masks are amazing.
What's really cool is that, you know, the last look, we call it, that last, you know, half hour of the class, all of them go up on a rack so we can look at them and get pictures and stuff. And it feels like you're in an 80s mask store, you know, from the 80s or early 90s.
Yes.
And you just don't get that anywhere else anymore, because it's rare you see that many new masks in one place. And it's so powerful because everything there was a clump of mud and an idea on Friday when they came in. And Sunday when they leave, it's something that they pulled out of their head, and you can see it walking around and doing stuff. And I think that's magic.
It is. It's magic. You guys do amazing work. Why you guys are not on some Hollywood show yet, I don't know. But then, like, I like how we keep it in the industry for us to enjoy.
Because we're busy.
Because we don't have time. I'm gonna let them in the door. No. So can we do an interview? No. We've got to go to Woods of Terror. We don't have time.
And then you guys also at Stilibeast, you guys also do stilt training as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stilts are a big part of what we do. You know, I think breaking the human form, and once again, being able to do, why limit yourself to being a human? You know, why not be a little bit larger than life? And then some costumes require a little bit more.
I think also the fact that we have a facility at Dark Hour that we have it. It's up all year. So we have a great place to teach people. If you want to come learn how to stilt walk, we have a beautiful facility that allows us to, you know, the floor, everything is the floors are clear. So you're going to learn how to do this on, instead of uneven flooring, it's going to be very safe. We've got a big control factor there. And then later on in the class, when students have got more confidence, we're going to walk them through the haunt. They're going to actually go through, and that's going to be a really helpful and timely obstacle course for them. So they're going up ramps, downstairs, all the things that they're going to be doing while wearing those if they are using that at their own facility. And we are enjoying the fact that our education program is able to provide actors, as not even some of the people we get are not affiliated with the industry at all. They want it for whatever reason. But where do you go to learn that? And with Rue, and we have one of our stunt coordinators, Kaylee, and Alan, we keep the classes small. So you've got that really good student to teacher ratio for safety, for individual attention. And you've got this safe facility where they're going to teach you how to walk, how to fall, how to get back up. All of these things that you're going to learn, so that when you leave, you're leaving with your new stilts that you fit to your own legs, and you're going to have that confidence to keep going. And that's us helping people learn how to do stilts safely. And it's all completely hands-on, small classroom setting. And everybody comes out of there feeling very confident, which is great. I love that. I love the fact
anything that we can do here and they can take back to their show, I think that's just good haunt karma for me.
Absolutely. You know? And then back on the subject of Woods, because I got Ryan Visengard messaging us saying that he's going to be, what did he say he was going to be?
He'll be in zombie mode.
When you do this, it almost like...
Yeah, I get that. We have, you know, there's some long days before haunt season, but this is a shot at Woods of Terror. How many years have we gone and trained at Woods? Is it 11 years?
I think this is 12.
This is 12 years coming up.
My God.
Yeah, we'll go from Texas and we'll head over and we'll do a big weekend training session where, you know, it's like 6 or 7 hours for them on Saturday. Training, then we normally do a makeup training on Saturday night, and then Sunday we do more training. We do a haunt walkthrough on Friday night. Sunday we do advanced and cue actor training with them. It's a wonderful weekend to get everybody polished up and ready for haunt season.
Freaking crazy. Yeah, this weekend there's going to be sleep for me, so I'm on the ball. Everybody else, I'm going to be a zombie as well. No sleep
Oh,
for me.
that's
It is a
fun.
fly in, spend all time at the haunt, and then fly out. So
It's gonna be
here's
a hell
a
of a
shot of you
weekend.
guys doing some. Yes, hell of a weekend. It's gonna be fun, but wait, let's talk next Monday and see how we all feel.
It's gonna be a big
So here's a
one.
picture of Alan. Yes.
Yeah,
Alan
and
doing some
doing a
makeup
little airbrush.
training here with the
Yep.
makeup crew. A little bit of airbrushing. Alan,
It's kind
so
of-
good question for you. Do you prefer the airbrushing or do you still like using with your hands? Everything from using sponges or brushes. Which one do you like?
I've never used my hands. It's always been airbrush for me because it's so
Really?
clean. It's so clean and fast. I hate brush work because the brush work is fine. You can get sharp, crisp details, but it takes a while. And you're touching a palette, you're touching a face. Touch a palette, touch a face. You know, and you're in the haunt industry. We have to worry about contamination and illness and transferring
germs.
from one person to another. So the airbrush, I never have to touch them. There's alcohol already mixed into most of the makeup that I use in order to combat a little bit of that. So it's airbrush is the way to go, I think. And I love the look. You know, you can tell when something is well airbrushed. And I prefer that look to a brush makeup look.
The nice thing about most airbrush companies now use that makeup that doesn't run, that you do have to use actual either alcohol or makeup remover to get it off. But for me, I still prefer to use sponges and brushes on me. Yes, obviously when I do other people, I use an airbrush because yes, it is so much faster and I can just get things done. And I have stencils and everything else to use to cheat if I need to make a pattern and I got to do it quick. But yeah, no, a little bit of a mix. But there's a picture of the whole crew. I want to say this was last year's photos because that's what I found was the recent one.
I have no idea.
I see Mr. Jimmy.
Right.
Always.
I'm in the back.
Right up there in front.
Normally,
I know
Jimmy
you're like way in the back.
Yeah, we're both wearing orange. And I normally wear orange when I teach just so I'm visible and they can see the body motions and stuff. Could be last year, could be the year before. I have no idea, but I know it was a good time and I know I was tired and I earned it.
We're going to have an amazing weekend. It's going to be busy, but woo, it's going to be
fun.
fun.
Every Woods of Terror weekend it's a big one. It's always a big one. It doesn't matter if I know that Eddie's got plans this year to make it training and a media influencer, which is great. But the word I used for Woods of Terror weekend is brace. Just brace, because whatever Eddie is going to get every ounce we have, everything out of us that he has. But the kicker about that is that man, he's got a good crew of people who anything we ask them to try, they always jump in there and do it. They're so willing, they're so positive, and whatever we want to teach them, they're always ready to jump in there. And then at the end of the night, we're going to end up at a restaurant with Eddie and Peggy and his crew, and we're going to end up talking till like 11:30 and shut the restaurant down because we still can't stop talking together. And it's such a good weekend. We come back from Woods of Terror and we have nothing left, and yet we're also completely full up again. And I don't know how else to say that. Eddie's going to take absolutely everything we have. We're going to come back with so much. It's just it's such a great experience, and they've got such a beautiful place there. We really enjoy being there. And there's kids that we've been seeing now. Like I said, I think this is our 12th year. Those kids are grown up and they're getting, they're off now. Those kids are having kids.
Babies
Now
themselves.
like, oh my God. And
they're all having babies themselves.
I know. And we end up getting incredibly attached to them. And so it's like, I have anytime we go train a haunt, I get attached and I start to, you kind of go on a list with me that throughout the season, I'm going to be watching your social media. I'm watching your weather. So if a hurricane is going to be disturbing Woods of Terror, I know. Did they get rained out? I already know because I'm cheering for them so hard that I'm monitoring. Like I can change I can't do anything about it, but I'm still going to monitor it and see, are they okay? Did everything go okay with them? And Woods of Terror is on kind of my list of haunts that I have an emotional investment in, that I just keep an eye on them. And so it's, you can't spend that much time with a show and not really feel that way and care about them so much. So we love those guys.
From
wear us out.
day one with Woods of Terror, I was immediately treated like family the first 30 seconds of walking on property. I only knew a handful of the people out there. Like I knew Eddie, I knew Jimmy, I knew Ryan, and I knew Sora. I knew them guys from Transworld and from other haunted houses I visited, but never have been out to Woods myself. This was my first time coming out there, and immediately I was treated like family. I am a part of the family out there, even though I'm not out there full time, but I'm out there as much as I can be during the off season or during season. It's just a great place to be. Every customer that comes through there has a great, because it's a party. It's not just a haunt. There's so much going on and so much there. I mean, it's amazing. It's my home haunt away from home. But yeah, this weekend is going to be, it's going to be insane.
Yeah,
we're going to love it. So
we are bringing
for everyone that is watching. Yeah,
we're bringing our whole team with us. When we come to Woods of Terror, we bring everybody that we can. Everybody. So there'll be 6 of us, so that we can facilitate. Because I never know what Eddie's going to ask of us. I just know it's going to be worth it. And he's giant dog.
In the house. Robert, yeah, I know you say every year I'm going to come out to Woods of Terror. No. There's no more of you saying there's no more saying that you're going to or don't. No, you need to get out.
Let's see what
I want Woods of Terror to be on the Legendary Haunt Tour. I think that'd be amazing.
Yes.
They're an amazing show,
Yes. All right, anyone who's watching this, who wants to make a petition to go kidnap Robert and bring him out to Woods of Terror?
Yay! I call Robert the Oracle. He's the Oracle. Robert has always got an answer for something, so I think the Oracle should come to North Carolina. I don't know what's holding him up, but we're gonna go. Come on, Robert.
You say this every year. Robert. Let's go. No more saying I'm going to and not.
Yeah.
And Robert, I will make you sleep on the floor. I'll make sure you have a blanket and a pillow.
There's going to be a few people there this weekend. So
there's going to be a lot of people.
We're going to have fun, Sammy.
We got. Yes, we are. We got Jared and his crew from Halloween Haunts 365 joining us, along with Johnny from Haunt Scene. Oh, God, there's so many of us. Some scurry face people, I believe, are coming into town. You guys and your crew, obviously the entire Woods of Terror crew is going to be there. I mean, the list goes on. We got Courtney, Studio One. He's coming. Well, I mean, the list is just too long. I know I'm forgetting tons of people, but that's because the list is just too long for me.
It's going to be a good one.
Going to be a good one. All right. So PJ of Fright Farm and Lifeless Creations, thank you for joining. Now, I do got a question. Are you at the haunt right now? Is that the haunt I see in the background?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is, the Hawthorne Hotel.
Heck yeah. So now we're going into our big weekend. That's going to be you guys and also Porters of Fear as well for Terror Tours Pittsburgh. That is literally going to be the first weekend of October. My first time ever in Pittsburgh area. I've been to Philadelphia countless times, but I've never been to Pittsburgh. So, and I heard it's a whole different animal in itself. Pittsburgh side.
Yes.
We're a special breed.
So now Lifeless Creations, I've seen you guys at shows before and stuff. I've seen products. I did not get any pictures of your products. That is my apologies. I totally forgot to add that on there. But I do got some pictures that you sent me of Fright Farm.
Yeah, so actually that's one of my masks too, so that helps.
Awesome. What is that mask made out of?
Latex and cloth.
Really?
I cannot sculpt. I've never really given it a shot. I put my hands in some clay for like 5 minutes and said, nah.
PJ, come to Monster Camp.
Alan, I would absolutely love to.
It doesn't even have to be an official camp. Just come and spend a few days with us, and I will get your hands in clay, and you'll love it.
Okay.
Come on.
He's not kidding, PJ. Like, he really will. You literally just can knock on the door and say, Alan, I'm here. And I'll be like, probably doing something else, but be like, okay, let's go.
Right.
I really like this one here.
Yeah, so that's one of our new kind of areas we're doing. We have a cemetery, and we're going more ghostly. We've done lots of zombies in the past.
I definitely like this.
So yeah, we don't do clowns really much anymore, but this was a really good picture. It's a really good actor.
Hey, those vortex tunnels are so fun to play in. As an actor, I love doing the vortex tunnels because God, customers are just they literally almost fall off the railings. They freak out while I'm just like spinning around and shaking and just acting all goofy and just watching customers' reaction. It is so fun. And then later on, I start to get dizzy. I'm like, all right, I gotta leave this scene for a second.
Yeah, they're fun. I've been trying to get rid of that one, honestly. It's been in the haunt since the 90s, so.
Yeah, you know what? Ours too, but customers still love it. You know, They come out and they say they love it. I have a multi-million-dollar haunted house, and customers come out and like, what do you love? I love the vortex tunnel, and when it's dark hallway and there's fishing line like spider webs touching you. Those are the two things that they take away that they love. Blah.
I know. Customers are the funniest thing. So we'll have the easiest, most goofiest scares that my actors have ever done. So I had one actress, she had a cat toy, one of those fishing lure cat toys. So it's just a little piece of feather and fur on a piece of string, and she would toss that at customers, and they drop to the floor. And I'm talking 6'6", linebacker built dudes drop it right on the floor. And I'm like, really? When I got like the best animatronic or the most sculpted, perfect costume and actor doing hardcore stuff, but they're afraid of that. And then, they love the vortex tunnels. They'll love our not so like super crazy detailed scene, but then the actual very detailed, very elaborate scene, they're like, oh, it was okay. Customers are a whole different breed. But it's all about making them happy. Definitely like this one, eating the worms.
That's a great picture, man.
Thanks. My wife took that photo.
That's really gross, but good.
Yeah. It's always good when it's gross, right?
Absolutely, hell yeah. And then the duck.
Yeah, that was made by Project Backfire. That's it chirps.
What
does it really? It chirps.
So what's happening in this photo, PJ?
What would you say?
What's happening in this photo?
That is Mama, and she has her chickens, and you don't touch her eggs.
Okay,
I see.
Got it.
I see the eggs now, but so it's not a duck. That's a chicken. I thought it was a rubber duck.
It's a little chicken.
I can tell it's fuzzy.
It's very fuzzy.
All the good ones are.
Photos are always different than you actually see them in person.
Very true.
So PJ, what got you started in the haunt industry? What got you started?
Just my mom, basically. We grew up and decorated a bunch, and she let me wear Halloween masks when it was not appropriate, and that's just kind of how I found haunting.
That's awesome.
Same here. My mom dragged me to, I loved Halloween and I love scary movies, but haunted houses, I knew those were real people. So I was always like, I'm not going in there. That dude's nuts. No, I'll get kidnapped. It didn't help with my parents also both being police officers too. So they would always tell me about the boogeyman and the horrible people in the world. So when I would look at a haunted house, I'm like, that's what you guys have been talking about, right? Yeah, I'm not going in there. So she dragged me in a haunted house, kicking and screaming. She laughed her butt out and traumatized me. But as I got older, I started to love it. And then look where I'm at now. And I still blame her to this day. I'm like, this is your fault. This is your fault why I'm in the industry. Because I'm celebrating 18 years now. I cannot believe how fast time has flown by for me. And it's crazy. And I'm still considered a baby amongst the legends. But I'm like, 39. Hey, this 18 years. I know, sir. When you told me I went to Transworld in 1980, and I'm like,
Not 80. I think my first Transworld was 95, 94, 95.
I know. I'm giving you shit. Still, I was in diapers.
That hurts.
Not as much as Rue's photo that I brought up last time.
Ooh, that was great.
My first year haunting was 1986. That's when I was a haunt actor for the first time.
91 for me. I was a haunt actor.
Yeah?
Yep.
Where at?
At a fireman's haunt outside of Pittsburgh called the Castle Shannon Haunted School.
I lived in Maryland when I was up until I was almost 18, but I spent 1 year working at Jason's Woods in Lancaster.
Okay.
Because they were, to me back then in that time, they were one of the biggest haunts in our area. So I drove 2 hours each way to just work at the biggest show that I could,
Dedication.
I knew what I was going to do when I grew up, so might as well get into it.
When you grow up, you let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be a no for me. Never.
PJ,
Growing up sucks.
When did Fright Farm open as a haunt?
89.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Good.
You guys that long? Oh my! I didn't do my
we're
research.
We're a 36-year-old haunt that nobody knows about.
And what year were you born?
95.
Oh gosh.
We have to go. That's awesome. That's awesome. And you guys have a big tour this Halloween season. So
yeah,
right?
This is the first time we've been on a tour since HauntCon 2012.
We're doing Terror Tours with Troy.
Yeah, very excited about that.
Fun. And it's going to be so much fun.
It was
there's a puff of smoke.
Yeah.
Around his head. It was East Coast.
Oh boy.
That was
Country internet.
Smoke. Frozen in thought.
The smoke was the perfect time. Because as soon as she says with Troy, that puff of smoke came out, and I was like, there's your warning. Speaking of Troy, I'm waiting for him to jump up into the comments here, because he's always the one to jump in the comments and start going crazy. Oh, nope, we still got you, PJ. I thought we were losing you too. I'm like, oh no.
You have with just us. That's not.
I think we lost him for a little bit. That's like the perfect shot right there, though.
It is though.
right. All right. Looks like they're just going to log back on. No worries. Yeah. So Terror Tours. Now, have you guys ever heard of Terror Tours? Know anything about them?
Yeah. I heard about them last year at East Coast. And then they decided they wanted to come to Pittsburgh and not Philly.
Yeah. So Terror Tours likes to travel to different cities every year. So last year started off in Philly, which was perfect with East Coast now being in Philadelphia. So that was perfect to kickstart it on the East Coast, started off where there's a major convention for haunters to get it started. And last year was an absolute blast in Pennsylvania. And then that's when Troy's like, next year we're going to, I'm like, so we're staying in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania for another year. And then we'll be traveling to new states next year and then so on and so forth. I can't reveal anything, but yeah, so I'm excited. And again, my first time ever in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh versus
then
Philadelphia,
that's
a whole different state.
and that's what I heard. Oh, it's like I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri, but then you have Kansas City, our neighboring city, but we are completely different from each other. The state is split in half. You got the east side of Missouri, and then you got the west side. Completely different. And then we got Chicago, but we don't talk about Chicago. There are rivals. Cubs suck.
Everyone beats us, so everyone beats the Pirates, including the Cubs.
Hey, you guys got the Steelers, though. Oh man, that's bad. That's terrible. It's okay. The Cardinals aren't doing so well either. We had a sold out stadium when the Savannah Bananas just came in a couple weeks ago. That was very fun. I was able to get last minute tickets to that. We didn't have the best of seats. We were way up, but I know the stadium very well. So we were able to get down and watch the game. Just didn't get to sit, but it was a very fun weekend.
I hope you get to see some sights while you're here in Pittsburgh as well.
Oh, absolutely. Ashley, Troy's wife, she's got a list of like all the different things that we're going to do for the entire weekend. They're coming down a couple days early. But she was saying, hey, when you come in, this is what we got throughout the day. Because obviously we're not going to see the haunted houses till later in the evening. So we got full day's worth planned of stuff, everything from sightseeing, going to museums, other fun stuff, everything from non-haunted house related to Halloween related, etc. Because that's what we did when we were in Philly too. We went and saw museums. Me and Troy raced up the Rocky Stairs. We had a lot of fun. But yeah, first time in Pittsburgh. I'm very excited because it's just another city for me to scratch off my list. So very excited. Tom was here, says Pittsburgh versus everyone. Ain't that the truth? Hey, as long as you guys aren't like the Eagles fans, we're okay.
No, we respect Santa Claus here. No snowballs.
Terrible. Uh-oh, we got Reapers, Revenge in the house. Reapers is a very fun place out there. They got one of the best hay rides in that entire region. Absolutely love going out there. Let's see, Brian Biscard, 96 here. We got Brian saying in 2013 or 23. Brian, you're a youngie. If it's 23 is when you got started, if I'm reading that right.
You're reading that right.
David Archer, big fan of Fright Farm. Hey, I'm excited. So I haven't seen it yet, and I'm trying to keep my eyes pinned away from seeing all the goodies. Like I haven't watched any behind the scenes videos or nothing because I want to see it completely virgin. I want to see everything for the first time. No behind the scenes, no sneak peeks, nothing.
The same's going to happen when for us on Terror Tour.
Portals of Yes. You guys are actually Friday night.
Friday night.
Yes. So
and it's our opening night.
It is opening night as well. I'm very excited. Same thing with Portals.
Everybody gets to see it as a virgin.
Yes. Virgin eyes. Yeah, because I think PJ, I think you guys are. I think you guys are Sunday. Is Sunday
we have you
correct?
all
Or you
day.
guys set?
Yeah,
You guys got us for the full time.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
I know. Very, very excited about this season. Oh, I'm going to be tired come November. My phone's going to be shut off. I mean, I'm literally just going to call my phone plan and say, shut off my phone. My social is going to be down. Pockets are going to be empty. I'm going to be exhausted, but so worth it. It's haunt season. All right. So Chuck and Stephanie, how did you guys get started in the industry?
Two completely different stories. I started as a haunt actor, decades ago. The first haunt I got to go to was in the 80s. So, but I became a haunt actor in 91, and in and out of it through the years, creation and acting, and then Stephanie and I met 10 years ago, and I wasn't doing it any longer then. I had a regular job, and
I wanted to have a Halloween party. That's pretty much how it started. I said, oh, it would be a good time. We should have a costume party and, have some themed hors d'oeuvres. And he kind of gave me this odd look and he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, it sounds like a great time. And then before I knew it, the house turned into, a live version of the Addams Family for, 2 months, and the party got bigger and the backyard haunt got bigger. And then we had the opportunity to join up with the charity and sort of started it, went from home haunt into the charity. And then,
the home haunt, we would move everything out of the house and store it and redecorate the entire inside of the house. And then we would build areas throughout the property, over 3,000 square feet of a home haunt. And one year, 2018, 19, the local youth group called up and say, hey, can you help us put on a haunt for charity? And I said, that's great. I picked up all of my stuff and went there. And in 2023 was the last year that charity ran the haunt, and I couldn't let it go. I couldn't just walk away from it. So Stephanie and I decided that we're going to take everything we have now and go pro with it. And in 2024, we didn't open because we were unsure of the real estate at the time. The church that owned the property had put it up for sale, and we took everything down and out and packed it up, ready to go to a new place for 2025. And real estate is difficult to find because we were an indoor haunt as a charity, and we built everything to be an indoor haunt. So outdoor really wasn't in the cards. So we decided to buy the property. So we went in with a partnership with another company and bought all 7.5 acres of it. Multiple buildings. We kept our building, and the partner took all the others, and we started rebuilding from scratch, everything in it, from the ground up all over again. And we did that. I guess we started in February of this year, and having to rebuild from the professional sense now. When it was a charity haunt, you can get away with a lot more as far as set design goes. You could be, I won't call it lackadaisical, but you could get away with it being a charity haunt. That it doesn't have to be as crisp as we would want it to be for a pro haunt. So as we're rebuilding, we're rebuilding it as a pro haunt, and we bring in staff that are unbelievable in actually taking the vision that we had and taking it to a level that I don't think even we thought we could bring it. And they're doing it quickly, which is great because time is of the essence. But the talent level we brought in, it still shocks me. I smile watching everybody. I sit back and I watch everybody work, and it's a fun atmosphere now.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love when I see haunts start off small and then work their way up with the big dogs. Always love that. And that goes for not just haunts, just with anyone in general, but it's always so humbling because I immediately started with pro haunts, and I started with the best pro haunts that is offered here in St. Louis. And me going to smaller pro haunts to charity haunts, I'm just so humbled to see them doing the same thing that even the pros are doing, that have an amazing cast, and just they're literally like a miniature family, and it doesn't feel like a workplace at all. It feels, you feel the blood, sweat, and tears truly put into shows like that. And I'm happy to see you guys work your way up to what you guys are now, and that's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, we have incredible talent working with us this year, and it's exciting. As excited as we were before. I think, every new audition, every new rehearsal, every new hire just brings more and more of this amazing energy, and just like seeing everybody come together and really, in a lot of ways, building this with us. It's really amazing. We couldn't do it without them, and every single day we're just so excited to see what's going to happen next. So
I think that's what I enjoy the most about it, is because this is essentially year one for us as Portals of Fear. The people we only have four people coming back to that volunteered from the charity. So everybody's new. Everybody, every audition, every rehearsal, everybody's new. But what I focus on the most, that's really pleasing, is right from the gate, we have this crew with us that's building it with us. They don't have to come in and shoehorn themselves into something. They get to help create it from go. And that's really, really exciting. The most exciting part right now is the ideas and the creativity that everybody brings to the table, that we can and do incorporate into every facet of the haunt, from the set design, from the walkthrough to the set design, to the paint colors and palettes, and the sound and lighting. Every inch of it. I want everyone's creativity involved who's willing to put it out there.
Awesome. So with Portals of Fear, so is there a full backstory on the haunt itself that follows into the theme of the walkthrough maze, or is it just a little bit of everything?
So the name Portals of Fear, we created on the airplane on the way to or from Transworld. So,
you gotta love it when it just hits, hits
it really did. Head. It really did. So we're in an old school building, three floors in an old school building. We don't play it as a school though. But what we were confined in doing is we had school rooms to build inside of. So it was almost natural where different themes happened in each room. And I needed a way to write a story to tie it all together, for it to make sense to everybody going through while you're going from one type of scene to another. So the first draft of the backstory was, well, each one's a different portal that elicits a specific fear. So whether it is a fear of clowns, or whether it is a fear of spiders or snakes, or whatever those fears were, that would be a different portal. So the name Portals of Fear, that's how that was born. The story now, the storyline has evolved so deeply that I'm very strict to the story. I just talked a few minutes ago about taking everyone's creativity and utilizing it, but everybody there is aware of the storyline and it fits. And the new staff coming on have even pushed me into a different realm of thinking on even expanding that story, the depth of it, because I've got storyline on top of storyline on top of storyline, and it's all great, but it's really in depth. And now each portal, there's an overlying story to the entire haunt, and each portal has its own backstory, but it all plays into the overlying story of the haunt. even the outside on your way into the haunt plays into the overall story of the haunt. And I don't know how much, since you're going to be on the Terror Tours, you're going to come see it. I don't want to give away too much to you, Sammy, but
I know.
I'm really in love with the story, and it always points to the end. So the finale makes sense because the whole time through the haunt, you're anticipating that ending, and then it finally happens.
Awesome. Love to hear it. How many actors do you have in total?
How many do I want to have?
Well, I mean,
No.
I don't want 1,000.
Right. I think so. We just finished our second round of audition and rehearsals yesterday.
Mhm.
So I think we're pretty close to hitting our number. We have a couple more, maybe a dozen or so that we'd like to see come on board to find that perfect sweet spot. But
I have a very specific sweet spot number. There is a singular number where that haunt will run so efficiently, and that's what is 57.
Yeah.
That's my sweet spot number is 57. In-house actors. I'm not counting our queue line actors or midway actors.
But one of the things that we learned and I think developed from working with the charity haunt is having the flexibility within a set to be able to flex one way or the other. Whether you have an influx of staff on one night or a shortage, when we design the sets out, we do it with intention that we can flex and have people be able to scare from multiple locations if need be, so that the show isn't sacrificed, if we have a light night. So that's something that we think about a lot. And I think it really stemmed from our work with the charity and just never really knowing how many staff we were going to have at any given time, but not wanting to sacrifice the quality of the show and the customer experience. So we put a lot of thought into that as we go in and lay out each new scene. So because we want it to be fun and engaging for the actors as well. So we don't want to have, too many people in one spot when we can, maximize their potential and have them scare from a few different areas without running themselves ragged. So there's a lot of thought that goes into that. And I think we do a pretty good job of that and monitoring that, and so that we can, ebb and flow with the staffing as we need to throughout the season.
Freaking awesome. So PJ, how many haunt actors do you have out there at Fright Farm?
So we'll start the season out with like 130, and then
Wow.
you know what happens.
Oh yeah. The weaklings always, but that's a way of life anywhere, not just in haunting. That's anywhere.
Yeah. This is
But
being honest with you, this is a hard haunt to work at. It's grueling.
yeah, are you guys outdoors and indoors, or a little bit of both?
Both. We have a hayride, an outdoor trail, and 2 indoor haunts.
Awesome. No, my goal when I was running Creepy World, which is our scream park here in the St. Louis area, my goal was always 200. And I would usually hire about 205 altogether, actor-wise, and then security and everything else changed throughout the year of whatever we did. Like when we obviously opened the Midway, I had to hire people to run the Midway. I had to hire even more icon actors, which are our queue line actors. And then I had to hire more security. It changed throughout the year. But yeah, I would dwindle down all the way to about 120, which that's a huge difference. But those were my hardcore people. Those are the people who I wanted to keep, those to return the following years, not next year, the next 5 to 6 years. And then, yeah. So no, and it was hard because when you're working outside, Creepy World had a hayride, and some of it's inside, some of it's outside. It was a full trail. So same thing. They're working out in the elements, especially if they came from our other two locations, the Darkness and Lemp. They're used to being inside. They're used to having AC. They're used to having plumbing, actual electricity that likes to actually work. And then I'm like, no, guess what? No, we have generators and we have porta potties, or you can hop the fence there and go pee in the woods. It was a huge change for them. It was a huge change for them. But I prefer to be outside. That's me, especially during the fall season. Obviously, the beginning of the fall is still kind of warm and gross and ucky here in the Midwest. I don't know how it is for you guys on the East Coast. Last year,
Nasty.
it rained. When we were
Yep.
It rained during Terror Tours. I mean, luckily it stopped raining towards the evening when we were at the haunts, but it rained throughout during the day. So that kind of sucked because it's like we wanted to do some sightseeing and not be stuck outside in the rain, but we made it work. But we were all looking, saying, damn it, Troy, all weekend. And that's Troy's famous words. It's damn it, Troy. And I think he heard it from every single person, including random people on the streets overhearing us talk, and then they were saying so hopefully it does not rain at all for Pittsburgh, that it stays nice and pretty weather, even though it's early in the season, but cross fingers, knock on wood, do some juju, spray some holy water, do what we got to do to make sure that Mother Nature blesses us. So even though we got haunts that are indoor, no, we still want to enjoy all of our outdoor attractions as well.
Yeah.
So PJ, how'd you get started with Lifeless Creations? I know we started on that topic a little bit, but how did you get started with that company, starting to make props and masks?
I'm gonna answer this hauntfully. So
I like that.
I saw a mask I wanted on Etsy, and they wanted a little bit of money for it, and I asked them if they could make another one, and they wanted a lot of money for it. So I was like, I'll make it myself. The DIY till I die, I guess.
Yep.
Hey, Etsy does. They got some good stuff, but yeah, there's some stuff that's kind of overpriced, and there's a lot of times where I'm like, I'm gonna have to make that myself. It's not my budget. But I do always support my local artists. A lot of those people are like me, everyday, normal jobs. It's just what they do for fun, and that's how they make a little bit of extra money. But yeah, so you work with a lot of latex, and you want to start learning to do more different types of materials and products, you said.
Yeah, I'd like to sculpt. My wife can sculpt, but I don't know if it's my autism. I just can't sit there and focus on sculpting.
The smoke keeps coming out at the perfect time.
It does. It's really perfectly timed. Are you sure you don't have a trigger underneath there to set? I mean, because it's like perfect.
I know.
I don't. It's got a mind of its own.
I had one of those for ones, and that one would go off time, and then finally my cat got a hold of it and knocked it over, and I was like, okay, I'm not replacing this. You're just going to break the next one I buy. But it would do that too. It would just go off at random times. My fog machines, they don't. I do have them set on times like that, but I buy ground fog for all my photo shoots and stuff. So I don't get to fog up the room like I would like to, but it'll set off my fire alarms, and then the fire department comes out here, and then they're mad at me because they came all the way out here for a false alarm.
All the way out of the country, with the country in and out.
Yeah, that's right.
I live in a log cabin out in the middle of the woods, so they really don't like coming out to where I'm at.
No, it sounds so peaceful, though.
It is peaceful. I don't have very many neighbors. I do live on a lake, so the lake is nice to have that. My next door neighbors, they're an older couple that are retired, and they love the whole Halloween thing, even though I really don't decorate because I'm gone. I'm gone from September to October. So I do decorate a little bit, but not like the way I wanted to, because everybody's like, Sammy, you could totally do like a home haunt. And I'm like, nobody's going to see it. And I'm not even going to see it. 'Cause I'm not even going to be here. I said, once I left my haunts here in St. Louis, started traveling, and I started into the fear, I do nothing but travel. So I'm never home. So even during the off season, when I ate a bit, I'm like, it's not time. And again, nobody's going to see it. So I'm like, no, I just decorate for me. And then I'd rather have my studio decorated because at least I see that all year round.
Right.
But see, that's a dream job too, because we don't get to go around and see haunts. So to do what you do is a dream. To go see
It is a dream.
The whole reason why Troy started Terror Tour, so he could go see haunts.
Yes, so he can go see haunts. Exactly. Yep. I was offered, 10, 15 years ago, back when I consider myself a child back then still, because I was still in my late teens, early 20s. And I had all my haunt friends that I seen at Transworld and MHC and at other horror conventions that I would travel to go to, because I was really big in the cosplay and convention scene back then. And they're like, you need to come to my haunt. And I'm like, I got my haunt though. Look, my haunt's open that night. I would go to haunted houses during their off-season events, but everybody started doing the Krampus and My Bloody Valentines and other off-season events. Now there's so many. Almost every haunt does some kind of Christmas times event. 4th of July is a big one now. Same with St. Patty's has become a very popular one. And then you have the blackout nights where they black out their haunt. And you got to either walk through either with a glow light or a really bad flashlight or no lights at all. They just tell you, have fun, push you in, have fun, goodbye. And it's dark.
Yep.
But yeah, no, traveling, it's a lot, but I wouldn't do anything else. I definitely love doing this. Eventually I will settle back down and probably work for another local haunt again. But right now, while I'm young and still got the energy and time, I'm definitely going to keep doing what I'm doing. And now I get to see you guys and go out and see Fright Farm and go on the Terror Tours at the other locations that we're going to, along going back out to Woods of Terror, which is my home haunt away from home. And I go out there multiple times a year to spend time with them. So it's amazing. And then I shout out to my home haunt here. They're on their 4th season now. That is Terror on Route 66. Because Cousin Harry, that's one of the actors out there, just showed up. What's up, Cousin Harry? So I'll be with them in November for their industry night, where they're going to invite a bunch of any of the haunters that, don't have anything going on that weekend. If you want to come out, I will leave more in the bio after this episode of what's going on out here, etc. But yeah, so Brian here has a question. So if you have advice to give a new actor who may have never done something like this, what would be the most important thing you should let them know?
Is that for all of us?
Yes.
The question's for all of us. Well, so I'm going to answer, but in full disclosure, Brian is a haunt actor for us. So he's one of our haunt actors. I'd love to see that he's here. Though.
I figured. I figured.
So my advice, and you'll get double advice here. So my advice is to don't pigeon yourself in a single type of role.
Oh, that was going to be my answer too. Dang. Okay, you get a unanimous answer, Brian.
Look, be open to different types of scares, and the characters you'll play through your career will benefit from learning the gamut of what's out there.
Yeah, and I would say, to add on to that, just taking every opportunity to participate in different types of events that, you can get that other training, and, talking with other haunt actors, and just the exposure, to, different types of scares and positions and things like that. I think, because you may start with something that you're like, oh, that was really great and I love it. And then you stay in that route, but then it's like, you never know if there's like something else that just like really like fulfills you and like pushes you to that next level. So yeah, I think we had the same answer on that one.
Always willing to learn. That's with life in general, but especially as a haunt actor, always willing to learn and always give yourself a goal every season. Give yourself a goal every night too, but of course that takes up a lot and that kind of gets you going. But always have a goal every year of what you want to do. Work your way up. Do something new every year if you can. Even if you are playing this, let's say you're an icon actor, you're playing the iconic character that fits with that attraction or scene or whatever. Always be willing to do something new, always willing to grow and do new things. Also learn new things, learn how to do like your own makeup. When I first started off with acting, I knew nothing of makeup, but I learned how to do makeup and then became a makeup artist for my haunt and then et cetera, worked my way up to eventually the general manager. But that took years to get to where I was. But as an actor, I was always willing to learn, always push myself. And that's how I was able to 40 haunt characters within my 18 years.
It's really the best route for haunt actors. And Portals is in such a unique position that all of our actors, save for 4, have come from different places. Yeah. And what they're used to doing, some of them, decades and decades of haunt acting experience. And what they're used to probably won't fit into what we're doing. So they have to, I want to hire to the best of the best. I want them to be part of our group. So it's either more difficult for them to learn and make changes, or it's easier. It's some people's personalities are one way, some are the other. But to be able to step out of their comfort zone and say, okay, I've been a haunt actor for 10 years, and I'm used to playing character type X. Well, character type X isn't in this haunt. So they've got to be malleable to learn a different technique, and eventually, hopefully, multiple techniques to make them more versatile for their careers.
Hey, 18 years, I'm still willing to learn new techniques, new ways, new characters, new ways to scare, because there's always something new. And with the growing, you got the new generations coming in. So what used to work for the generation that are now adults and are coming through, you got the younger generation coming in. They're going to have a different mindset than the older generation did. So now you got a new generation of people you're trying to scare, and your old ways might not work on them. So you got to try something new. And again, your clientele is always looking for something new, different experiences, different things. So always be open to change and try new things. And that's with everything, not just acting. That also goes for makeup. That also goes for managing. That goes for security. That goes for everybody. That goes for haunt owners, your scene and set designers, everybody. So that's just not even the advice for actors. That's for everybody. Always willing to do the new best thing, then come up with something new. Yeah. All right. And then is that Kat or Kate? Is asking, what is your favorite and least favorite part of the haunt industry? Because I know everybody likes to spell it one way, but it's actually pronounced another way, so that's why I always ask. Favorite and least favorite.
PJ, you got to help answer this. I want to hear yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So mine's going to be the same answer. It's the customers.
So favorite and least favorite? That's good.
We wouldn't be here without them, but
yeah,
we get some rowdy ones coming in, and it's always a pain. See brand new props get broken and actors punched in the face. It's the worst thing, It
is. When I would train actors, I used to do self-defense training because I come from a law enforcement and corrections and security background, and I do a lot of training security with haunted houses, and I also train the managers as well. I started to train their actors for certain self-defense. This is where it just makes the actor feel a little bit safer because they know these techniques. It does work for their insurance, so certain haunted houses in certain regions, it will actually cut back on their insurance a little bit with them having this kind of training, etc. But yeah, unfortunately, that does happen when you're working in any kind of environment, because a lot of times that is a person's reaction, the flight or fight reaction. Sometimes they run, sometimes they square up. A lot of times it is complete accident where they accidentally hit them. You can always tell what is intentional and what is not. You always can, no matter what. For me, I've been hit, I've been punched, I've been kicked. I have had a customer pick his girlfriend up and throw her on me. Picked her up Scooby-Doo style and then just dumped her on me. And I'm like, oh, God.
Have to kind of wonder what that car ride home was like after.
Oh, it was funny because, I'm like this. I'm like, what just I'm in shock. I'm like, what just happened? I'm laying there on the ground like, what just happened? What happened? She gets up, doesn't acknowledge me whatsoever. She just gets up, brushes herself up, starts cussing. She's running after him, and she's calling him every name in the book. She's mother effing him. I swear I heard a slap. And I'm standing there, hands on my hips, just looking at the ground, trying to go, what just happened? I go and I call my radio, and I call my section lead who's in the section next to me. And I call him over and I tell him, I'm like, you're not going to believe this. I told him what happened. And he's like, and he's been in the industry longer than I have. He has like 10 years on me. And he's like, wish someone would throw a girl my way.
So do we want to continue on our side on your favorite and least favorite thing?
Yeah.
In haunting?
You can go first.
Like, we go first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. I just took over the.
Oh no, you completely fine.
My favorite thing is, how do I phrase it? My favorite thing is giving the opportunity to others to unleash their creativity, nearly no holds barred. That's my favorite thing, is giving the ability to other people. That's my favorite thing of haunting. Whether it's acting, whether it's set design, building, all of those. My least favorite thing are false promises. The answers to questions that are meant to just make you go away. And that comes from the top down as well, and everybody else included. Yes. So whether it's actors talking to managers or managers talking to actors, I don't stand for that, and I won't have that in my haunt. You say what you mean and mean what you say, and you'll build a respectful repertoire between with everybody involved.
Yes. 110%. You nailed it.
So that was my favorite.
I've seen a lot of that over the years, but I've also seen it in workforce and in other places, and it does. It has no place in anywhere. No. Jonathan just said, you haven't been a haunter until you got hit with a woman's Michael Kors purse. Mine was a Gucci purse. Does that count? She was a little extra bougie, and I swear she had it.
Get the Coach bag, don't let go.
Yeah. Especially right now, Coach has their Halloween. If you guys haven't seen those, Coach came out with some Halloween ones, and I'm like, I want that.
I hear about it.
I don't want that. And then I'm like, I got a birthday coming up. No, I don't need another freaking purse. I don't even carry purses. I have pockets for that. But I could put haunt stuff in it, though.
Yeah.
I could put haunt stuff in it, though.
It's completely justifiable.
Exactly. Same with, so PJ, what advice do you have? Skip over you, I apologize. So what advice do you have for like any new actors and stuff coming in, or any haunter in general?
Do it. Be weird. just be weird and get in there and do it. I'm a very shy person, and I couldn't do my first actor audition because I just didn't feel comfortable. I wanted the makeup, I wanted the mask, but I just, opening night came and I jumped into it, and it was everything I ever wanted it to be.
So for me, this is a little bit different for me because everyone had almost the same answers that I had. So mine is for soon as season starts, you need to eat healthy. So eat, keep yourself hydrated, no energy drinks, no soda, cut back on the coffee. I still need coffee too, but cut back on it. You need to eat right, take care of yourself, hit the gym or do some in-house workout, stuff like that, because you're going to need it and your body will thank you for it. So that's always my advice. And that's for everyone. That's for a management team. That's for your makeup artists. That's for your set designers. That's for your security. That's for the owners themselves. Take care of yourselves, hydrate, and eat healthy the best you can. Nobody's perfect. And yes, every haunt likes to give their actors candy and snacks and stuff, but do the healthy route the best you can because your body's going to thank you both season and after season. That's always my advice.
Oh, that's good advice. Yeah.
Brian said he got yelled at once for ruining someone's makeup because he scared them so bad that it ran down the hallway and face painted the face painted the wall. And it left an imprint on the black light. Oh, terrible.
Just eyelashes stuck to the wall.
Oh, I would hope those were the glue ones and not the ones you had to get professional.
That would be great.
I know how expensive those are. So I'm like, ooh. I personally can't do it, but I do get my eyebrows every about 6 months or so. And she also does eyelashes, and she told me, and I'm like, there ain't no way.
Yeah.
But I know women who do, and I'm like, oh my God. Imagine if those came off. Imagine those got stuck to your sunglasses or something.
Do they hurt coming off? I don't know.
I would assume so because they're glued and some of them are like twined in, like stitched in.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. Again, never had it done, but I'm like, can you imagine? I've had customers get their acrylics stuck in the walls and actually ripped out before. So I'm like, ooh. I do tell actors that do have acrylic nails, I'm like, be careful with those. If you can wear gloves, please, because you ruining your very nice manicure. And also, again, I don't want those breaking off because I know I get mine done and it hurts when that happens. Keep them short. So this is a customer's thing too. Be careful. Yeah. So from Jonathan, tip for an actor with no shame.
Oh yeah. Don't have shame.
Yeah.
So Brian, in the haunt is the one place that I can lose and have a box to hide my age. Yes. Everybody's audio here for a second. Okay, I think we're okay. Sorry, I thought we were losing everyone's audio for a second. So what haunted houses have you guys visited? Like, what are your top 3 favorite attractions that you've ever visited? PJ, we'll start off with you.
Halloween Horror Nights, Orlando specifically. The Haunted Hoochie, Dead Acres, and 100 Acre Manor.
Got some good ones. I have not been to 100 Acre Manor, nor Dead as well, but they are on my list in the future to go to. Halloween Horror Nights Orlando, been going since 2014. I'll be there the second weekend of September. I have not been to Hollywood's yet because I have not been out to any of the California haunts yet, but that is on for the future. And then Chuck and Stephanie, what are the favorite attractions you guys have ever visited?
Would it be considered pandering if I say Fright Farm?
No, not at all.
We get to see so very few.
Yeah.
Because we were off last year, we took the opportunity to get out to some haunts. Fear Columbus, we got to see last year.
With them, their industry night, which was really
It was that, yeah. They had an industry night, which was great. See, our local ones, I haven't seen in years, but when Scare House was running, what a fantastic show they had in Etna. 100 Acres Manor. But saying those sounds like I'm pandering to our local haunts. I was able to get out on a night to see Crawford School of Terror. PJ, I actually have not been able to get down to see you guys. And you're right down 51 for me, so that's...
Well, you guys come out. Let me know.
Well, you open way earlier than us, so maybe we might do that.
There we go. Yeah.
But one of our first dates when we were dating,
Yes.
I took Stephanie to Scare House for
Yep.
and she doesn't like haunts.
Well, there's a mild backstory to that. I had not, prior to meeting Chuck, the last haunt I had gone through, I was, probably 10, 11. I was in Virginia Beach, and my uncle had to carry me out of the emergency exit. I was so terrified. And I did not go into another one since. And then I met this guy and we started dating, and, he's like, I have a great idea, for our date night. And he tells me this and I'm like, oh, great. And I spent the whole, day just sick to my stomach, because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be that girl that is just a complete, was trying to go through here. But he was really good about it, and, kind of gave me tips about what was going to happen. And, yeah, so then that was the start of it again. And now I absolutely love it. I'm definitely one of those terrible people that just like get so engrossed in the sets and the costumes and everything, which usually means that I do get scared because I'm so engrossed into what I'm looking at that an actor can like pick me out in a heartbeat because I'm so distracted, and then I'll turn around, and I'm definitely an easy scare when it comes to that sort of stuff. But I'm just, because I'm so mesmerized about the environment that I'm in. But it's, for me, especially not having grown up in the haunt industry, really getting to see other haunts it's almost like, an education for me. I love to go out and see how everything was done. I hate that we lost Alan and Shannon, actually, because when we started doing our own stuff, I was like glued to Alan's like channel on how to make this, how to do that. I remember like the first time we met him at Trans World, I was like so excited to like show him the stuff. It was like a total fangirl thing. It's really embarrassing. So maybe I'm glad he's not here. But it was, it was.
Yeah, I just got a hold of them. They're having internet issues. They're trying to get back. They lost both power and internet, so they're trying to get that back online. I know. I was like, oh my goodness, it had to be tonight, but it's okay.
But to me, I just always get fascinated by the creativity. I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just to see how different things are done and how people, can take a similar theme and just create it so differently. I just am constantly fascinated by it. I think I almost kind of go through them like they're almost like an art gallery at sometimes. So I love to see them live. I love to see them behind the scenes. I just really find that fascinating.
Yeah. That's for me. Every attraction that I visit, always learning something new. That's why I have the podcast, for me to learn new things, bring people on, show everybody's creative ideas, hearing everybody's stories. It's so amazing how this industry is as big as it is, but yet it's very small, because Halloween is like, it's like underground. It's an underground industry. The normal public knows little to nothing about it. Yeah. But yet when you meet another haunter, it's like a small world, but yet it's so big. Mm-hmm. Halloween is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but yet the public itself knows nothing about it, really. They just know Halloween, but they don't know the haunted house side of Halloween. And it's amazing. The creativity, yes, is the biggest thing. Everybody is always bringing something new to the table. Whether you're an actor, from a prop maker, costume maker, makeup artist, the entire haunted attractions, etc. I mean, it's amazing. And like I brought up before, season events, like Dark Hour does the Dead by Dark Hour, which is an 80s horror theme event. So they take the 80s classic slasher films, and then they have Frank Frenzy, which is a werewolf version of that. And that's some of their off-season events. And then, of course, they do Christmas and the other off-season holiday events as well. But like the creativity people bring into this industry is just unreal. And every year it just gets better and better. Like the big animatronic companies, the new things that they come up with, and just the system of how animatronics work nowadays is so different than what it was 10 years ago. And then obviously now we get the AIs, and 3D printing is now a very big thing now too in the industry. Everyone into the 3D printing. I'm one of those people as well, just because it cuts up time of me making costumes or me making something, a mold to sculpt feature things in and stuff. So it's crazy. The creativity just keeps growing bigger and bigger in this industry. But yet our industry is still this small little tight pack community, even though it's extremely large and it's growing. Like Troy just messaged me because we got some friends up in Ireland, and great to meet international haunted houses and how they're doing things. And they've told us to, like, we come here to the United States to learn from you guys, because you guys are the big dogs in this business, and you guys bring so much to the table for us to learn and to bring it back to our homeland and give our people to learn about here and what it's about. And that's crazy how it's now just growing worldwide.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I have an idea for an off-season event that has not been done before.
Let's hear it.
It's going to be just 2 weekends in the end of June, and I'm going to charge $10 a ticket, and it's a 1 hour experience where the public come in and learn how to build panels.
Hell yeah! Well, that is going to benefit the public in general.
And I'll just play scary music, and they have to, and it's me behind them yelling at them that they're doing it wrong.
Yes. Make sure you get that all on.
They'll be lined up down the block.
Yes, they will. Hey, you don't just need panels for haunted houses. You need them in build structures in general. We use panels that we build them at. So I'm an equestrian. I have horses. And rodeos I go to, they have to build panels up all the time for the livestock and for the building, etc. So that fits in with any type of job, any kind of construction. All right. So Kat on here asked, what scares you all the most? So for her, she's scared of chainsaws. Girl, why'd you tell me that? It's in the name. Come on, it's in the name. But I have people say, I'm scared of chainsaws. You're going to be sorry you told me that. But yeah, what scares you guys?
Oh, I hate snakes. I hate them. He had this whole...
Don't tell me that either.
Whole idea for like snakes, and I was like, yeah, no.
I got shot down. My snakes got shot
100%.
down.
I'm like, it's not happening. And I don't care how many people you recruit on your team. I'm like, if you want me in this building, there better never be a live snake in here. But that's not much else. But yeah, snakes are one of those things that I think it's because when I was, a kid, I was playing in a creek that I shouldn't have been playing in. And I had one like just slither across my foot, and it freaked me out so bad. And it wasn't even like a poisonous snake or anything. And ever since then, I'm like, yep, nope. Are you going to tell me?
What? I would have to run upstairs, but I do have snakes. I do have pet snakes.
Yeah, our one son, he wanted one for forever, and I was like, sure, as soon as you move out.
So we kicked him out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
My fears, huh? My turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fear. I mean, I can go the easy one and say spiders.
Yeah, which is true.
I can say spiders, but I don't. I just fear them near me or on me. Like I can look at pictures of spiders. I can look at real spiders, but no, I fear exercise. Yeah, those are my fears. I could get really mushy and say I fear not having her.
You still can't have the snake room.
I try. I fear not having snakes in the haunt.
PJ, how about you?
I fear being alone.
Yeah.
Like having
Deep.
nobody. Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Wow, this took a turn.
Sorry.
I got deep. In a haunted house setting, is that same thing? Like just your friend handing you, and then you're like,
No, I can.
Well, this
I
sucks.
mean, I'm sitting in the basement of the haunted house right now alone.
You have all of us, PJ.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, yeah.
That's right.
I know you got the best background. Come on now, you
I
got the best
know.
setting right now. I'm there. I'm down here in my studio / basement. All alone. Well, yeah, because I kicked my cat out because he was making noises, and I'm like, no, not when the audio is playing. So it's going to pick him up, and so you're going to hear me talking, and you're going to hear him meowing in between. He's weird like that. I should have
For
let the trash
haunts,
compactor.
for haunts
Yes.
scaring me, a well placed ankle blaster will get me.
Oh, yeah.
That's me too.
Yeah.
Here in Missouri, we're really big on using the blasters on the ankles. But what I've noticed on the East Coast, especially in like Philly and further down, so like North Carolina, South, and Georgia, they like to do it in the face. So I'll be walking on some blasted in the face, and I'll fall backwards. I can't tell how many times whoever's behind me catches me.
I aim all of ours for middle of the chest.
Yep.
Without any but if your height differential,
You
Yeah.
got for middle of the chest there. You got to be really short. If that's your head, you're 9 years old.
Let's see. Woods of Terror has one that blasts me in the face every single time, even though I know it's coming. And I think I time it right every time. I still get hit. And then at Penhurst, I flew backwards. Person who came through with me is one who caught me from flying on the floor, but I still was like halfway on the floor. I was like, oh my God, that was full blast. I'm still in the haunt, right? I'm going to go flying through a wall. I was like, listen, this girl's tiny, okay? I go flying. Come on now. I'm used to the ankle ones. The ankle ones can still get me, but I hate it when I get to the face. Messes up my hair, and then I'm just like, especially if it's scented,
dangerous.
it's rude.
Yeah.
I think it could be.
It can
dangerous.
be. I think it definitely how it is, how you have your scene set up. The way you have your scene set up does make a huge difference. Make sure that if they do get blasted like I do, make sure they don't hit a wall, or if it is, the wall is soft and it could catch them. It's always how you set up your scene.
And sitting next to me is Queen Safety. So,
That's your number one. That is number one. And the haunt is safety for your actors, your staff, your customers. That is the number one.
Now I'm really missing Shannon.
So her and Shannon have this whole safety thing they do. They go on the road. They do this vaudeville act of safety. The two of them go out together.
Our safety is sexy. Yeah,
whole...
we still have to get our T-shirts made for that. I'm gonna have to ask her about that.
All right, so Spencer here.
Oh.
Yeah, safety is your number one.
Yeah.
So Spencer here said, The Boo Barn at Triple B is kind of scary, though. Can't even lie. The Boo Barn at Triple B? Okay. Who knows about this? I need to hear about the Boo Barn.
I know about it. You know about it? Triple B.
I want to hear a little bit more detail.
Triple B is a little family farm, not 15 minutes from where we're located, south of us, and right in Elizabeth, PA. And they have a Halloween. It's more of a fall festival type. But it's really a lot of fun. They've got corn mazes and kids. You know, there's a lot to do there, and they have this small barn that they for years have decorated to be their Boo Barn, and it's really geared for children. And I think it was just 2 years ago that they redid it and brought it up with some more modern scenes. But it's a real quick 2-minute walkthrough. It was actually the first haunt that I took. The first haunt that I took my kids through was the Boo Barn, and it's a lot of fun. That little 2 minutes walk through it really is. Spencer's not lying.
Kat, was it the Boo Barn that gave you nightmares? Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That's a t-shirt. The Boo Barn gave me nightmares.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Tom was here asking if he can get a video of it.
Oh, he was asking for a video of the off-season build.
Oh, the panel.
With the panels.
Yeah.
Of course, Tom.
Tom can video anything he wants at our home.
Tom has really some good stuff on his channel. I've been starting to watch a lot of them at work and stuff when I have my downtime.
He was the first person, the first reviewer podcast to ever go through Portals of Fear when it was
Heck yeah.
And he asked if he could film the whole thing beginning to end, and I said, sure, I go for it. And it's still up now, and I watch it now, and people watch it, but it's not that.
Yes.
Sam, we were talking earlier about the pictures. And those are all the charity haunt.
It's all the old stuff. That's okay.
Nothing like that anymore at all. At all.
Yeah.
So
no, that's
Tom,
okay.
You got to come through again, my man. And
yep. Hey, Tom, if you're not doing nothing, hit me up and you can hit on Terror Tours and you can see both of these attractions and the other 3 for the weekend.
That's right, Tom. You should go. There's 7 seats left?
Yes. There's 7 tickets left.
There should be 5 after Tom.
That's right. Does it. And then we can tell Troy we did our due diligence.
Yes.
It's on the bus.
Oh, did Tom put Boo Barn on YouTube? Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's it. Nice.
Come on, Tom. What's it going to be? Yes or no? You need to come on Terror Tours. So not only get to see Portals of Fear, you also get to see Fright Farm as well.
Putting him on the spot.
Tick tock, Tom. We waiting. Tick tock. Spencer says, no, you should. Oh, come on.
There we go.
That's a non-committal answer.
All right, I'm waiting, sir. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Got my phone ready. I'm waiting. So yeah, Stephanie, those are my babies.
Oh, and see, they're
she's just like, yeah, get those off the screen.
They are 9 hours away.
Then you might need to avoid Woods of Terror.
Totally fine.
Because at Woods of Terror, Eddie's got Spawn, his big snake.
Yep.
And Miss Spawn visits everybody.
Yeah. That one, you might have to go by yourself.
I just see Steph coming through, loving the haunt, having a great time, and then all of a sudden here comes Eddie with the snake, and she's just gone.
And I'm out. I will be gone.
Where'd Stephanie go? And you just see like a puff of smoke of her like
Yes.
just silhouette. That's how fast she ran.
PJ smoke.
That's it.
Yes.
That
We're
would
like,
be
she
me.
gone. She saw Spawn, she gone.
Kind of
Right.
the point of a haunt.
Yeah, true.
So what do you guys do like during the off season besides building the haunt and stuff? I'm Spencer. I'm pretty sure you're busy with Lifeless Creations and traveling and going to all the conventions and trade shows and stuff. But what do you guys do like during the off season stuff? Any hobbies or anything else that you guys do that's either haunt related or non-haunt related?
This is life.
I mean, haunting is life. We never stop.
I wake up, I think about the haunted house. I go to bed, I think about the haunted house. This and Lifeless is full time for me. You know, we started building in May here, so it's normally like I'll take November off, and then it's convention season, getting ready for Trans World.
Yep.
And
And
then-
Transworld's been pushed back towards the end of March now, so it gives you a little bit more time compared to the last 2 years, with it being so earlier in the year.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Oh, I'm not either. This past year was crazy with it being on Mardi Gras. So St. Louis is the sister city to New Orleans. So they like to compete when it comes to who has the biggest Mardi Gras celebration. New Orleans always beats us because they have it the entire month. Every weekend there's parades, always parties, while we just do one big, huge weekend. And it was crazy having it the same weekend as Transworld this year. So that was a lot for me because I'm trying to enjoy Mardi Gras on the other side of town, but also trying to do Transworld at the same time. Oh, my legs were hurting after that weekend. But it was fun. I got to share beads with everybody, and most people don't know what Mardi Gras is unless they're from the South. So they were like, "What is Sammy giving these cheapy beads? Why does everybody got beads?" I had 1,500 something beads, and they were gone within the first 2 hours of the trade show.
It's impressive.
That's how many
Yeah.
people I apparently know at Transworld. That was crazy. Because I gave everybody like one bead. So I'm like, I have 1,500 beads. They are now gone. That's how many people I know. Holy crap. And then there were people coming up to me. I didn't get any beads. And I'm like, yeah, they were gone. I'll try better. I'll get 4,000 for next time. Okay.
So hobbies?
Hmm.
I barbecue.
Hell
That's
yeah.
my hobby.
Now, what do you barbecue?
I barbecue a lot. I actually, years ago, back in the 90s, I moved to Texas for a couple years, and I studied under barbecue master and learned Texas barbecue, and now I just do it for fun here.
Sir,
And-
I'm going to have to send you some links because you need to know what real barbecue is, and that's here in St. Louis. That
The
Texas
only-
barbecue, it's not terrible. It tastes good, but it's not St. Louis style. Kansas City has the best sauce, but we have the best meat.
So the biggest difference is the wet versus dry. Really, that's so. If you don't like the Texas barbecue, you just gotta mop your sauce on, and you're good.
We love the
But I-
flavor of the meat.
But the St. Louis and the whole Mississippi Valley of
Yeah.
barbecue is so pork driven, where the Texas is beef driven.
Yes.
So my beef dishes, my beef cooks are much better than my pork cooks.
Every region, yes, is different. Up here, yes, pork is very pushed up here. So everything, pulled pork is very big up here. Pork loins, etc. But yeah, Kansas City does have the better sauce, but people always say, oh, the best barbecue is from Kansas City. I'm like, no, that's because their sauce is fire. But the best, if you were strictly a dry rub person, you don't like sauce, no, you always want to go with St. Louis. And then, like you said, down there, further in the south, it's more pushed with beef because that's cattle country down there.
Mm-hmm.
versus up here, there are a lot more pig farms up this way. We do have tons of cattle farms up here, but we have more pig farms up here. Plus, we do have a lot of wild boar that are up here. Wild boar season's very big, and they have constant cook-offs and competitions up here. So it's crazy up here. And then, of course, you do have the good barbecue, like Nashville-style barbecue is also good as well. Everybody has their difference.
I even did the competition circuit for a little while.
Heck yeah. Where'd you all travel to?
I tried staying local. I did 1 year. I was just a single guy. I had nothing else to do. So I spent 1 year on the touring circuit, staying local. It was Wheeling, West Virginia, Cambridge, Ohio. Usually the larger cities didn't host sanctioned events, so it was these smaller, Charleston, West Virginia. It was Frederick, Maryland. That was my circuit for a year.
Awesome. Tom just messaged me back, guys. He kept his promise.
Nice.
Yes, and Tom does have an open invite for the barbecue because it's fake. So, full transparency. Tom's heard about this barbecue I've done before, and actually the staff now has learned. The staff, the cast and crew at the haunt have now learned that I do it. So everyone is now expecting, championship caliber brisket. So yes, Tom, you do have an absolute open invitation for that. So it still stands, but I know you're busy.
All right, so Chuck, now that you mentioned your secret that you were a damn good grillman and that you can barbecue like hell, it sounds like we're going to get barbecue at Portals of Fear when we come through for Terror Tours.
She's going to make us change our plan.
I thought about that. I'm not going to confirm or deny what our surprises will be for Terror Tours.
We can't wait.
It's funny though, Sammy. I don't have many great pictures I for the haunt to send you, but I could have sent you
tons of your barbecue and get us all drooling from the mouth and get me all hungry.
Yeah. My personal Instagram account is just all of my barbecue stuff. So it's pictures of everything. Because at one point, just here at my house, at one point, it's not like this any longer because I had to choose between barbecue cooking devices and a fun marriage, a happy marriage. But at one point, I was running like 9 different barbecue smokers just at my house.
Brian said, "Bring out the brisket." Yes, yes. I am a whore for brisket. So you guys been to Transworld. So we have Sugar Fire, which is one of our big barbecue places here in St. Louis. But have you guys been to Pappy's?
Pappy's.
Yes. We finally out where I live. Now, not directly where I live. It's still 20, 30 minutes away, but it's closer versus downtown, which is almost 2 hours from me. We finally got a Sugar Fire, and they finally opened up a Pappy's closer to me. So I'm so thankful for my fellow St. Louisans to bring that to me, so I don't have to take the long ass track to get my good barbecue. But a big question for you: are you charcoal or are you propane?
Oh, I'm wood.
Oh, you are wood.
I run wood fire.
Heck yeah. We do during the winter time. We'll use wood because we'll use the wood for not only our outdoor fire pit, but we'll also use it for underneath our grill to do the wood fire. Yep. But otherwise, we usually do. So my mom, she's a propane person, and that's because she's got the big fancy grill and stuff. She's bougie. While out here at my place, I just got a charcoal grill. Propane gets expensive. I'm like, the charcoal will last me a long time. That propane, I'm worried about that tank and everything else because, again, we got all the different seasons. I also got critters out here. I had a squirrel knock over the propane tank, and it leaked out, and I'm like, oh, you little fat bastard. That gets you.
I do have a whole hog cooker that is charcoal. So
Nice.
My cooker for the whole hog is charcoal.
Nice. Oh, now we got Sean from Hillside Blood Rush and the new Cycle Schoolhouse. So they're up in the Omaha region. He just said pumpkin pie or Halloween Oreos. That's a good one.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie too.
Pumpkin pie, yeah.
I don't know. I love it. I love an Oreo. I'm gonna have to go with the Oreo.
Really?
Yeah, I would. I do. I like them.
So,
which is why I don't buy them and keep them in the house.
Because they gone.
Yeah.
No, hear me out. So, homemade pumpkin pie. You're making it yourself. So instead of the normal crust, you use the Oreo crust.
Oh.
With the pumpkin pie filling.
I made Stephanie
yes, he did.
make a pumpkin pie last year with graham cracker crust.
No, it was the Biscoff cookies.
Oh, the Biscoff cookies, yeah. The Biscoff cookies crushed up and into a
It was
the
crazy.
Delta Airlines cookies.
That's game changer. If you haven't made it with that, you have to make it with that. It was crazy good.
That's right.
Mm.
And this is why I look like this.
Oh my gosh. Oh, with homemade whipped cream. Oh, stop it.
Thanks, Sean.
And now we're all
I know. Thank you, Sean.
hungry.
I know. We talk about the barbecue, and then we're talking about the brisket. Then we're talking about.
PJ,
We went from haunting to food subject.
Yeah.
PJ, is it pumpkin pie for you or Oreos? Halloween Oreos?
I don't like anything pumpkin, so I got to go Oreo.
Yeah,
Oh. Nope. I'm also a whore for pumpkin spice. And I like to make it myself. Starbucks is a little too much because they dump the sugar in there. I watched the girl make it by hand one time, and I'm like, ew. All that sugar she dumped. I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart's gonna be racing. I've just had to sip on it really slow every night. I'm like, this is gonna last me all night. This is way too much sugar. It's like drinking like 8 Monster drinks in one. Holy crap.
yeah.
I'm a sucker for the Little Debbie pumpkins. Little Debbie pumpkin cookies.
Yes.
Love them.
Did you see I bought you some?
Did you really?
They're in the kitchen.
If you'll excuse me.
Well, we lost Chuck. There he goes. He's gone. Nice knowing you.
Only exercise I get's walking in the kitchen.
Oh my goodness.
She makes me bend over because she puts them down low. So it's like touching my toes.
Trying. Balance. It's all about balance.
Oh my goodness. We're going on a nature walk and you just got a big basket of goodies and you're like, come on, let's go. Terrible.
Oh yeah. Well, Sammy, you hit on it. She's a hiker, right? So when we first met, I was like, oh yeah, I like hiking too. Right? So we go to Big Bend National Park in Texas, and she's like, we're gonna climb the mountain. She made me climb this 8,000-foot peak mountain, and I'd never done anything like it before. But when you climb a mountain, you don't go up the mountain; you go around.
Yeah.
The mountain.
So it's even longer than what you think. You go, oh, that's not very high until you look at, oh, I got to go around that damn thing.
And I didn't mention this when we were asked about our fears. I am deathly afraid of heights.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Not just for me. I have a hard time watching other people.
Oh.
I'm deathly afraid of heights. So we climb, for 9 hours to get to this mountain, and we're climbing, or we're hiking, climbing, and the whole time I'm like video, like making a vlog of it, so they had record of it when I died. But so I'm vlogging, and I would keep showing, like, there's the top of the mountain, and there, that's where we're going, and there's the top of the mountain, and we go around, and we get to the other side, and no, that's not the mountain. She's like, no, babe, that's not the mountain. That's the mountain. And it was like looking at the Matterhorn. And I look up, and it's in the clouds. Fine. And we get to the top of the thing, And I'm scared to death now because it's like the top of there's no more trees. There's no more grass. It's like the face of the moon. And it's like standing on the top of a basketball because there's nothing else higher. So my fear kicks in. So I lay down and I'm on my back. And I did my last video blog from above. And I said, well, I made it to the top. And I showed my phone around in the air. And people were stepping over me because we weren't alone. Other people were climbing the mountain as well. But there's birds underneath me flying. So she hiked me. I don't know if I'll do that again. Not unless there's pumpkin cookies at the top.
Crazy. I grew up hiking, mountain biking. My mom and I are both we're very athletic people. So we would always go hiking, always do some mountain biking. Obviously we own horses. So we would take the horses trail riding. So I was always a very, very active, but I do love hiking. We have a lot of cool trails out where I'm at. And what's funny is there's times where I just take my horse with me, but I don't ride her. I walk the hiking trails with her, and I'm not dressed in I'm in my hiking boots and shorts, but yet I'm dragging her along with me. And people think that's the funniest thing because they're like, you're not even riding her. And I'm like, well, no, I got to get my exercise in too. I'm just dragging her along with me. So I'm not by myself. They love it at this one park that I go to. So there's all is gravel trails. So I'll come out there in my running gear. So I'm out there in sneakers and shorts and a tank top, and I take my horse with me. And they think that's the funniest thing. They're like, oh, it's like her ginormous dog.
Yeah.
And she just has the look of, here we go again. She's dragging me all over the place. She's neither riding me. She's just dragging me along because she don't want to be by herself.
Giving your horse a complex.
She's going to be doing some haunted house stuff now. So
Again,
here I am dragging her into my shenanigans. So she'll be hopefully making it this year out to Blood Rush and maybe one other haunt this year. We're still working the little kinks and stuff out.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So she's a champion show jumper and barrel racer, and she's 18 years old now. So she is starting to get up there in age. She's nowhere near ready to retire. She's still in top shape, still in her prime. Ooh, what was that? All right. That wasn't my house. Whose house is haunted?
Pj, it's you. That might be PJ's stomach growling after
Talking about all this food and then talking about hiking. Spencer said, not the ghost fart. All right, so Sean, we have talked about this, but we definitely didn't say our top three. We just said what was our favorite, but I don't think we actually have mentioned our top three favorites. Either we have ever been to or you want to go to.
So bucket list haunts, right?
Yeah. So you can list either ones you have been to, or you could say your top three bucket lists.
Who goes first? PJ, you want to go first?
Yep. Let's go with PJ
Sure.
first.
Top three bucket list. Dark Hour, Woods of Terror, Fear Columbus.
Well, PJ, sounds like you're just going to get in your car and drive down to Woods of Terror this weekend, correct?
Right.
There's a chance.
Just let me know.
You want me to go?
Yeah. I think two of them
We should
are
probably
the same.
share.
Yeah.
We may share some of the bucket list.
Yeah.
All right, so my bucket list haunts, and I have reasons for them. Hell's Gate,
Yes.
because and the reason for it is because I'm so story driven. I want to see, the pinnacle of what a story driven. So, and there's a lot of background type things that John and I share, both theater backgrounds and et cetera, et cetera. So,
Same here.
So Hell's Gate is a bucket list.
Yep.
Dark Hour is a bucket list, and if he were here, I would still say. And I mentioned
fangirl and
Yes, yeah.
I mentioned to Jared on another show that I purposely don't copy. I try not even to be near what other haunts do, but I will 100% admit that I will copy his back of house procedures.
Oh yeah.
yes,
his organization.
it's top notch. It really is.
I
envy it. I wish I had that back when I was a manager, when I was running an attraction. I mean, I wish I had all that. I knew Alan and his crew, and I knew John as well, John Flamboy as well, but I don't know him on the level that I do now at that time. And I wish I did, because my God, just how they have everything set up, how they run their staff, their organization, all their off-season stuff. I wish I had all that knowledge back when I was running as a general manager, and even back when I was just an actor manager, even when I was just a section lead. I wish I had all that back then.
We're in such a great position, starting now, that we're building it, we're emulating. I don't say copying, but I would if I could, but we're on a much smaller scale, building it to mimic what he's created down there. So our back of house, our makeup room, our costume room, our build area, we try to mimic the organization of and the flow and everything that's done there. And then my third bucket list, that'll be tough. I would have gone as far as say Fear Columbus, but I've already done it, so it can't be bucket list anymore. Yes, PJ, it should be your bucket list. It's quite different, and so worth seeing. But boy, a third bucket list haunt. I may have to defer to you. Mm. There's so many good ones in Ohio, as well, and it's so close to us that I haven't gotten a chance to get to. Blood Prison.
Yeah.
And we're good friends with Vic there.
That would probably be my three to see that one.
Go the other way, out to East Pennsylvania, maybe Markoff's.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a bucket list haunt for me. Last year, I didn't get to do the Thursday night tour that they had at East Coast, and I've heard of Legends of the Fog and I've heard of Laurel's, but I've never heard of Markoff's. So I was thinking Markoff's is like a smaller haunt, et cetera. But the reviews that just came flying up, and everybody was hitting me up, and they're like, Sammy, they're like, you should have been here. This tour was amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I've already had like 10 other people before you tell me the same thing.
Rub it in.
So just rub it in, guys. When you have Alan Hops, the legend himself, tell you, I quit. And was his reaction with Markoff's. He's like, that wasn't so amazing. And one of their sets that they had was apparently one of the original Black Sabbath set tours.
Oh, really?
For one of their sets that they had for one of their tours, like, decades ago. And I was like, that's amazing to have something from Black Sabbath.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, very cool.
You're three?
Well, no, we were on the same page. I didn't think about Markoff's until you said it too.
Can I feed you like 4, 5, and 6 then? Like Laurel's?
Yep.
Laurel's would be on there.
There's so many.
Horror Overload.
Oh yeah, that's one for me too. Just because so different, so unique. That one I would really like to see. Yeah. So we got the 5.
A couple of those are on my bucket list too.
Oh, Reapers.
Yep.
There you go.
You guys definitely have to hit up Reapers. Good crew out there. Amazing work. Their hayride is top notch.
Yeah.
Really great show out there.
I believe it or not, would be so interested in just Pitch Black.
Yeah.
At a Reapers. That's what I'm going for.
Pitch Black is a classic, and they're amazing. We have Black Mazes at my home haunts and countless other haunts, but their Blackout is just, it's so different. And it's old. It's one of the originals. Pitch Black is one of the originals. And it's amazing that it holds up to still be one of the greatest to this day. So, because I was excited to see that too. I'm like, this is the original Black Maze. Like, they're one of the first ones to do it the way that they did, and it still holds up great to this day.
It did it the way it should have been done. Should always be done.
Yes.
And no one else does it that way.
No.
You would think.
You would think everybody would like to keep it original, but different regions, different regulations. What I've noticed with haunted houses, when they want to do the Black Maze, they have to have exit signs up. They have to have this. They have to have that. And that just goes, unfortunately, with certain regions, certain rules, laws, regulations for safety, etc. But I'm glad that they can still do it the way that they do.
Any questions?
My top 3 currently, because it changes every year because I try to hit a bucket list. Headless Horseman. I've been wanting to go out there since 2008 when I first got started in the industry. And that's because I seen an actor on a live horse for the first time. And I'm like, excuse me, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a live animal. That's awesome. I want to do that. And of course, it's right there by the legendary Sleepy Hollow and has the history, etc. Haunted Overload, yes, is on my bucket list as well for probably one of the top haunts. Unfortunately, can't do it this year because I'm supposed to be heading up to Massachusetts this year, but Haunted Overload's not open that weekend. I'm going up there the weekend before. I was so mad when I seen that. I was like, they're opening up the next weekend. Oh, this is garbage.
I don't know. You might be able to make a phone call and at least get yourself through
I know
that.
I could make a phone call and just get a VIP tour, but I want to see it, with customers and see it in action versus I love behind the scenes, but I want to see it in action. And then I do want to go out to Not Scary Farm out there I got to start hitting up the West Coast. And then I would say Markoff's is probably number 3. Heard everything about it, have seen behind the scene videos, and I'm like, I gotta see this.
Yes. I don't want to expand our schedule just so I can use September to go see other haunts.
It's hard because that's in the middle of you guys, getting down to the last minute, everything, and getting the haunt open. It's hard. That's why, again, happy that haunts are doing so many off-season events. So even if you can't make a haunt during season, you can at least go and see their off-season event and at least see the haunt. Granted, it's going to be a little bit different, probably operated different, obviously going to be themed out differently. But at least you could say, hey, I've been to that haunt for their Christmas or their Valentine's or for one of their other off-season events. So that is the cool thing with haunted houses doing more and more off-season events. And then obviously you have the off-season tours for the conventions and trade shows, etc., which is really nice. Because, way back when I started, there was no such thing as an off-season event. Everything was during October. Haunts were open more, though. Haunts were open every night of October. I miss those days. Open every night in October. So when I get these newer actors that come in and say, oh man, Hell Weekend is so bad, I'm like, you guys are open for one lousy full week. I used to be open for the entire month. The entire month, not just weekends, every freaking day. And I was in school full time. Try that.
You walked uphill both ways.
You have no idea. Open the entire, and then a little bit before that too, I remember opening us like in the middle of September, and it was from the middle of September all the way to like the first weekend of November. So I remember it being open at least 31 days, if not more, way back in the days. So sorry, you new guys coming to the business, you have no idea. Back when haunts were open every single night of October.
Yep. Yes, they were.
Fun times, but I'll tell you, I couldn't do it nowadays. There's no way. I got old. There's no way I could do that anymore. Every single night. I can do full weekends, but there's no way I can do every single night like I used to. What happened? I blinked. That's what happened.
Right? That's what happened at the beginning of this the show tonight.
We blinked.
Like, oh man, PJ made us feel old.
Hey, I'm not too far from him. I was born in '92, so not
Oh,
too
man.
far almost. I'm a baby too, but I'm
At least
getting
I
up
was
there.
At least I was in high school when you were born.
I carry myself a lot older because people are like, "There's no way. Here's my ID. Here's the proof."
Oh. There was a question asked from Brian about haunt scenes. I don't know if you saw it or not. I don't know if you want us to answer, or are we getting close to time?
Oh no, go ahead. We're still good. I did see that it got lost.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I might have to go let them.
You gotta let the dogs out.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh
You can do
boy,
that.
I
let
have to
the
take a
puppers
puppy
out.
break. Sorry. You go ahead.
I am trying to find that question, but it's like lost in the comments. Do you remember?
It was, and actually, Brian repeated it. Why am I not?
Brian, if you're still on, please repeat that question.
Oh, nope. That's Brian. Is there a haunt theme you would never do?
Yes, I do remember that one. A haunt theme I would never do.
Well, all the Brian's answering.
There's a couple. Mine would be if I was to open up an attraction, I would not do a clown scene. I'm burnt out on clowns. It's the sorry, but it's my honest truth. I'm burnt out on clowns. If I was going to do black light, I would do something completely different. Like no hate against clowns at all. I'm just burnt out.
I don't have clowns in Portals of Fear. And I think PJ said that you guys don't do clowns anymore either, right?
Well, okay. We have a circus barn, but I don't necessarily consider them clowns. More stage show, like freak show kind of thing.
Yeah, the other circus name. That's what I like is the old school straight circus. You can have one or two clowns, but I like it to where it's the circus theme. So you have the freak shows, you have the bearded lady, you have the ringmaster, performers, the lobster boy, the lizard man, those kind of things. That I am 100% on board with. It's when it's a strictly clown house. It's just because I've seen so many. I worked in one for years, dealt with them for years, and I'm kind of just that's my burnt out.
All right, PJ, you're up. What theme would you guys never do?
So we did this theme probably 7 years ago, but we changed our whole layout to be aliens, and it was the worst thing we've ever done. So I would never do aliens again.
No aliens.
I don't like sci-fi anyway. I'm more guts and gore.
I mean, Fright Farm, just go out and do crop circles.
Yeah.
So I've actually been asked this before a few times. I stay away from any social issues. I've seen haunts do, in the news type things, whether it be politics or religious things, or so I stay away from anything social.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And I can speak to
Politics.
Stephanie.
Yep.
She won't do snakes.
Yeah, won't do snakes. Yeah, we know she won't do snakes. It's okay. Troy is deathly afraid of snakes too, and I tease them all the time. I said, when I come to Texas, my snakes are coming, and I'm not going to tell you where they are. I'm not going to tell you if I'm bringing them or not. It's just going to be a boom. They're right there in bed with you.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad you said that here because, PJ and I, we're going to have these up close interactions with Troy. That's good information to know.
I am so fired.
I do have a snake pit.
Oh, no. He's going to come back and watch this, by the way. It might be live, but it does record and save on YouTube. So I'm going to have to block Troy from it if he's not already watching. I bet you he's watching right now.
I've seen on past episodes that you've had where he just pops in.
Oh, yeah. I told him to pop in tonight. I said, hey, I think Alan and Shannon might not be making it in. So if you're not busy, go ahead and pop in. So Troy's a very big talker and always has a lot of questions and a lot of things to talk about. So he's great to have on the show. So he asked me to pop in and mess with Jared because Jared hates Christmas. And he knew Jared was coming on my show. And he's like, don't tell him or do anything, but here, send me the link and everything. I'm going to send you all these photos for you to pull up. And I said, no, I'm going to have you come on, but I'm going to block your camera. So it's just going to come up with some goofy name to use. And I'm going to say, yep. So what was it? I think it was the agent or something is what he came up with. And it was just a dark screen for a minute. And then all of a sudden he popped on when Jared figured it out. But he showed like all of for PJ, if you didn't see that, showed like all the Christmas storage rooms or something like that. And I was like, oh my God. It was great. His reaction too, because his icon popped up when I was still talking to Jared. And I could see Jared's face just look down and go, who the hell is that? Sammy? Who is that? And all of a sudden I could just see his eyes rolling. And he goes, I know exactly who this is. And it's because Jared hates Christmas.
When I was on with Jared, when he has a line of questioning, he asks everyone, and he asks, what movie are you watching? Postseason essentially, and I went right for a Christmas movie. But in my defense, it was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So if you're going to watch a Christmas movie,
yep,
that's the best one.
All right, is Stephanie okay?
Yeah, she went to take the dogs out. I didn't know she was going to go with them. It's a fenced-in yard. Maybe she got locked out.
She went to the kitchen and got snacks because we made ourselves hungry.
Oh, I heard the back door. Yeah, that's right. She's in there hiding my pumpkin cookies.
She's like, I better hide these now.
Oh yeah,
I slipped and said something. I better hide these now.
I'm so bad. I will blow through that box. Which is
me too. I can't buy any kind of sweets or anything because once I start one, nope, it's the whole box.
And what's interesting is when I'm up at the haunt, building, I have no appetite whatsoever. So I will go 12 hours without eating, and she'll force, you need to sit down and eat something. And then I feel horrible afterwards. I lost all my work mojo, and I got a full stomach, and I'm slow, and I'm foggy, and I'd just rather not eat until I get home and I'll eat a box of pumpkin cookies.
Hey, it brings your energy back.
That's all I need at 1:30.
But that's me too. When I constantly travel, and it's just because when I'm at the airport, I don't want to eat. And then when I'm driving, I don't want to eat. Number one, I'm driving. I should be focused on the road. And then I don't want to spill stuff all over me and stuff because, driving and eating is just not fun. It's not a fun experience for me. And then obviously, again, when I don't want to fly, number one, I don't want to pay airport prices. And then also I don't have the momentum to want to eat. I'm not hungry at all. And then when I'm at the haunt, I'm so focused on doing what I got to do. If it's either from guest acting, getting ready, or doing behind the scenes stuff, filming, interviewing, etc., and then uploading stuff to social media, just have no time. And then I forget to eat. And then as soon as everything ends, oh my goodness, my whole abdomen just hurts because I didn't take care of myself.
We were talking about how I don't eat while I'm up there.
Oh yeah.
And you force me to eat. But she's so good at it. You know, it's like alarms go off and she has protein bars. Alarms go off and she has granola bars. It's all timed out.
Listen, I can't get hangry. That's not good for anybody.
No, it's never a good thing to be hangry. I hate myself when I'm hangry. I'm like, listen, I'm going to be a real bitch right now.
Yeah, I do
because I have not eaten.
Protection.
PJ, how about you? Same thing. Forget to eat.
Yeah. For the most part. Depends on how the day is going.
I wish it showed better on me. If I go a day without eating, what isn't? You'd think I'd lose it as fast as I gain it.
So, Steph, we did answer the question for you. What would you not do at the haunt? And it was snakes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Snakes, I would be hard pressed to do, I think maybe anything like really heavily sci-fi.
Oh, see,
that was another one too in the comments, and that was PJ's too. Anything sci-fi, alien related.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to ever say never, but that one might be a harder one for me to. I mean, if the right thing came together, you know, then maybe. But that's probably far down on, I think, the list for me.
I don't have any intentions of doing it anytime soon. There is no sci-fi portal at Portals of Fear.
But if you were to do one, if you were to do a sci-fi, would it be, you know, obviously, yes, sci-fi aliens, but would it be like kind of like an Area 51 kind of thing? Or would it be more like the Aliens franchise where you're being hunted?
I know my answer to this. Because even though I won't do one, I've got it mapped out in my head.
Of course you do. What would it be?
Well, it would be kind of a cross of the two, because it's so in my mind, in my story, it's you're being hunted, but it's, I guess, more, I'll tell you what, War of the Worlds kind of thing. So it's
where it's
more
set in a city setting.
Yeah, so it's an attack on Earth, and you're being hunted that way. If I were to do aliens, that's how I would do it.
PJ, how about you? Since that was one that you definitely didn't want to do, but if you had to do it, how would you do it?
So, as much as I hate admitting this, we do have an alien scene on our hayride this year. But it is absolute cheese. Like
Cheese.
the cheesiest aliens you could think of. But if I
or
like little green men in little blasters and they abduct a camel.
I like it though.
I hated the idea, but
full blown
it wasn't
plastic.
up to me.
It wasn't up to you.
Yeah, but if I were to do it, it would definitely be like aliens hunting humans.
So my first haunt that I worked at Creepy World. So Creepy World is all into different themes and sections, while Darkness is just all one big maze of different things. But at Creepy World, they're split off into sections. Mine was Silo X, which is the military mutant zombie theme. So it's Area 51 gone wrong is the theme. Mm-hmm. So that's what I started off when I was out there at Creepy World. So yes, the aliens and mutant zombies and mutated creatures and stuff. So wore a military uniform the first 2 years, and then I switched and decided to be the nurse, which became my original and oldest character, Nurse Chainsaw. And then that's also where I got my nickname Chainsaw Sammy from, because there was multiple Sammys and they started calling me Chainsaw Sammy, and it just stuck and it worked, and I just kept the name ever since. But that's what I started off, was in a sci-fi theme.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that name stuck. That's good for you.
Yeah.
And then obviously, the chainsaw is my favorite tool to use for scaring. And not just for scaring, even the people that aren't scared of chainsaws, I do all kinds of tricks. I do from sliding. I'm trying to convert my chainsaws to breathe fire. So that's something that I'm currently working on. It's going to be a while because that is an extreme fire hazard, but it's going to look so cool though.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that would be very cool.
A couple butane canisters up underneath, right?
Yeah.
With an electric trigger, you're good to go.
It's the insurance that I'm working on.
Right.
What they don't know won't hurt them.
I know. And it's definitely something that's first stage. It's not going to be something that's going to be in the haunted house. It's strictly going to be if I'm on a stage where I'm got, X amount of feet away from actual people and I got fire extinguishers next to me. I got people ready to go in case something happens, or it's strictly for just commercials and pictures. That's pretty much what the plan is for that. I will never have it inside the attraction. My regular chainsaws are for that. But that's currently what I'm working on now. And then there's another project that I'm working on too with the chainsaws. But that's just my little things that are in the works that I'm taking my time to work on. So I'm not going to reveal too much because then everybody's going to want to see photos and then they're going to steal my ideas and I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we are coming up. Oh wow, 2 hours and 30 minutes. The time has flown by. All right, so shout out to our sponsors, Woods of Terror in Greensboro, North Carolina. This weekend is media night, so we're going to have Behind the Terror is the name of the event. So this Saturday, August 23rd, is the event. We have Alan Hops and his team from the Dark Hour crew coming out and doing some behind the scenes training, guest speaking, Q&A, etc. Also, the attraction itself is open. The midway's open. We have the live bands, the DJs, all kinds of performances, actors, and media staff from all around the United States coming in. So do not miss this event at Woods of Terror. Check out woodsofterror.com in the link below. All right, and be sure to check out Fright Farm this haunt season and Portals of Fear this haunt season. And if you haven't yet, check out Terror Tours. Both of these attractions will be on Terror Tours. I will leave the link in below. And also, guys, it's hell yeah, it's Halloween. Thank you for joining us for part 1 of this 3-part series. PJ, Chuck, and Stephanie, thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. And stay scary, guys. We'll see you later.
Yeah, thanks.